You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith Johnson.
The AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California. Presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AfterBuzz TV's America's Next Top Model After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's America's Next Top Model After Show.
What's up, America's Next Top Model fans? We are here doing another episode of America's Next Top Model, Cycle 20, Episode 6. Bing is for doing, and we're doing a special episode today with our special guest, Don Benjamin.
What's up, what's up? How's it going?
Great. I am Amanda Fields, and I'm so happy that you're here. And to my left is...
Bamm Ericsen.
And...
Hi, guys. I'm McKay.
Thank y'all for having me. It's a pleasure.
Thank you for
being our pleasure.
Here.
Yes. It's awesome to have you here. And by the way, everybody, he has his cool hat on, but he does still have the blonde hair.
I'll show y'all the blonde.
Yes, he kept it going.
It's kind of messy right
Nice.
now. But I'll leave the hat off for y'all. So
oh, but it is a cute hat too.
Y'all can see the blonde.
Yeah. So this episode is the guy who gets to kiss the girl. However, as you see later in the episode, they switch roles. So who's the guy, who's the girl? But first we see Jordan coming in, all excited. She won last week's Trailer Park Chic photo shoot with Chris H. She's like checking out her own picture on the wall.
Yeah.
Kind of critiquing herself. But she wasn't really expecting to win, so she was pretty excited about that. So she invites Nina to the Tyra suite. And people are kind of talking about how they think she's annoying. So, was she really that annoying?
Highly annoying in my perspective. She seemed like dumb, low key. Like she didn't know anything. Like she was absent-minded, I guess.
And I think you're correct on that, but I loved when Tyra made the comment and said, you know, you need to be cultured, which is completely true because being a model, you have to know, you know, the different cultures and you have to know what Gothic means. I was like, what?
Right.
The whole Gothic thing was a bit abnormal, but like Tyra said, she should have researched. But, I mean, do you feel in any way, I'm not going to particularly take Jordan's side, but I'm just going to she won. And she had the opportunity to have the longest phone call. And so do you think that it's one of the issues that because she photographs well, the girls just simply don't like her?
I mean, I don't think at that point it was really that because at that point everybody kind of respected everyone. You know, everybody was cool, cordial, but the phones were like the time was so short. It's like to step on somebody's toes, you win your first best picture, and you're already doing that. It's like we have a long time, you know what I'm saying, a long way to go, and you're already stepping on toes. It's not a good look.
If you would have won Best Photo and you had the opportunity to be on the phone for was there a time limit for the phone conversation for the winner?
Well, 1 hour to split between everyone.
And so if the winner chose to take 59 minutes, so be it, and then the rest had to...
Exactly.
Okay, so if you would have won the challenge, would you have done the same thing and been on the phone for, I think, 17 minutes?
Well, they actually didn't show it, but the first week, me and Marvin were actually in the Tyra suite, so we got to, you know what I'm saying, delegate the phone time, and we spread it up evenly. They didn't show it, but we gave everybody their time. We had 5 minutes. There was no issues. So that's why we were really hot, like, yo, like, we could have did the same thing, but we didn't.
Exactly. And do you think that maybe also that Jordan... She maybe feels like she's entitled to that because she won, or was it just because she like, I don't know, was she trying to antagonize anyone in the house? Did she come in not liking anyone in that moment, or was it just that she wanted to talk to her boyfriend?
I mean, she seemed like she liked everyone. Like she didn't really talk bad to nobody, but I guess when she was talking to her boyfriend, she said something like, "We're all immature" or something. So
Okay.
But I think what made it worse was Nina went around telling everyone that they had 10 minutes and everyone else had 5. So if you go announcing it, respect the time and let people actually use it. So, you know, you tell people, I'm going to use 10 minutes, Nina's going to use 10 minutes, but you're going on for 15, 17 minutes. So that's rude.
And, I mean, no, just the conversation that they were having... Because she freaking took a new, because she...
Are you kidding me?
Right, like you're gonna take 15, 20 minutes to argue with your boyfriend about...
I just thought that was so stupid.
And isn't it true that you guys are kind of sequestered? You don't have internet or phone privileges the rest of the time? It's just that 1 hour?
What do you, like, is that the only time?
Yeah, like while you're in the house on America's Next Top Model, do you have access to the internet at all?
No access to the internet.
Okay.
And we get I think like 1 hour a week of phone time that we have to...
Okay, so that phone time is really important because you're
Yeah.
really like sequestered from the outside world.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so then they kind of talk about Alexandra missing her mom and how she's worried about her mom because she had breast cancer a few years ago. And so, of course, like I'm watching that and I'm like, oh no. Reality show editing. I'm like, please, let it not be. Let it not be Alexandra because that little moment, I'm like, you editors, you're like giving things away that I don't want you to give away, just from watching a lot of reality shows for a long time. Did you feel like when you saw that you were like worried for Alexandra because they played that video with her talking about her mom?
No.
No.
I didn't think anything of it. I mean, I could see how you're connecting it, but I didn't think anything of it.
Well,
I think it was just more sentimental because of the fact that she didn't get any phone time.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like being in the house and seeing like her actually dealing with her mom, like stressed out every day. And then like Kanani had her kid. Like her kid is not
That's
that
right.
old. So it's like there's actually people with real issues who should be having phone time. And for someone that's just has to fight with her boyfriend because he doesn't like that she's doing a new photo shoot in a modeling world is really stupid as hell.
Yeah,
I was thinking, I'm like, do you know what she signed up for?
Yeah.
You knew what she was getting into at cycle 20, okay? Come on. You've had some chances to watch the show.
Right.
So Phil misses his girlfriend Zoe. He says that he misses her, but we see him with Gianna, and it's like, Zoe who?
How do you feel about that? Do you think what they're doing is, I mean, should they be doing that?
How they're editing it?
Well, we don't know. We just see, you know, the final product, and it just seemed like, you know, Phil is... in a way, I feel like he's using her just to get ahead of the competition because we saw in this episode, it hurt her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it was good strategy. He was playing a good mental game with her, but...
Were they really that flirtatious in real life, or were they making it a bigger deal on the show than it really was?
No, they really were that flirtatious.
Okay, that's
No,
good to know. Okay,
That would have been a lot of editing.
No, it was real.
what did you think, Bamm?
I mean, he's kind of like, okay, yeah, they may flirt with each other, but he mentions his girlfriend all the time.
Yeah.
So if a girl is gonna allow herself to be put in a situation and allow a guy to keep flirting with you, and then 2 seconds later he talks about, oh yeah, you know, my girlfriend, that color pinks remind me of Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
What? I mean,
That's real.
She's been a chicken head.
Yeah.
A chicken head.
That's real.
Oh. Oh. So, okay, yeah, he even said, oh, if you combine my last 3 girlfriends into one, it's Gianna. Like, okay, if you're going to go around saying that sounds pretty serious. So Jeremy, though, he like defends Jordan, even though everybody got mad about her being on the phone. So I think he has a big crush on Jordan.
Yeah.
Was
clearly.
that evident too in the house? That
Yeah,
they...
me and Marvin used to kind of like pick on him, like, dude, like, you're too open with this Jordan situation. Like, you're putting your feelings out there. But he's young. He's a virgin. He's really innocent. So
They're both really young. Were they the youngest, I think?
yeah.
Yeah. So they're just inexperienced when it comes
But
to all
see,
that.
Jeremy's like the young virgin who just wants one girl. Marvin was like the young, wild one where he's like, I just want all these girls in this house. So
He just couldn't wait for any girl. He just wants a girl.
yeah, he just wants a girl.
So you guys all get to the Hollywood and Highland Walk of Fame area on Hollywood Boulevard, and you meet with Brian Boy and Perez Hilton. And did you guys get more time to chat with Perez Hilton after all that, or was that kind of what we see is what we get?
Yeah, what you've seen was pretty much it. We didn't really get to talk to him much.
Okay, and so he challenges you all to find someone on the street to ask about their clothes. And we see all the different contestants, how they react to the questions that Brian Boy and Perez are feeding you through an earpiece.
Yeah.
Except we didn't get to see your interview. So who did you interview on the street?
I interviewed some guy on the street, man, and to be honest, Brian Boy and Perez had us asking some off-the-wall questions, like really just degrading ourselves along with other people. Like, they showed some of Marvin, like, kind of going in on a kid. They didn't really show much of me, but they had me doing, like, I don't know, I just felt like the whole kind of episode, the whole season, they were trying to kind of pick at me being, like, the tough guy, like, very, like, masculine something, because they kept trying to have me do, like, a lot of gay stuff. And I'm not, like, I don't have an issue with gay people. I'm not homophobic or anything, but like they kept having me do stuff. Like as soon as I started interviewing the guy, they had me asking him like, how would you feel if I was gay? And like stuff like that. Like, what would you do if I was to try to kiss you right now? And I'm like, dude, what does this have to do with fashion?
It doesn't.
It's breaking your comfort level, maybe?
When Marvin decided not to ask the questions that he was told to ask from Perez Hilton, you know, he suffered in points, and so he only received a 6. And in the confessional, Marvin said that, you know, he was someone who was, well, not bullied, but he was someone who kids used to pick on him and do certain things. So he's not going to involve himself with someone like Perez Hilton, who's notorious known for talking about people.
Yeah.
And I wish that Marvin would have said something at the judging, because I don't feel like, I felt also that the questions were inappropriate. The way that Perez had the guy take off all of his clothes, for me, I felt that it was way too much, and I felt like the two of them were taking advantage of, you know, they weren't making the girls do things that would be inappropriate, but it was more so for the guys to get a kick out. Oh, well, let me see. Will he take his clothes off? That's just the way I felt.
Yeah.
And I thought it was inappropriate.
We did say some stuff at panel too. It didn't get aired, but Marvin was really like, I think he actually started crying again at panel and was like, I really like don't feel that's right. Like, what if this kid went home and like tried to commit suicide after, like, we went hard on some people. Like, they had Alexandria go in on some kid, like, just bashing him. I think he was like, I'll have my girlfriend beat your ass. So it was like, they had us go pretty hard, and it wasn't Tyra's fault. I think Brian Boy and Perez Hilton is known for that. So I think he just did what he's used to doing.
So the producers chose him for a reason. They wanted to see what he would make you guys do, which...
Well, I don't think they thought it was going to get that deep, because they apologized heavily, and they were like, look, we didn't want it to get that far, so...
Really? Okay.
Like, yeah.
But couldn't they have stopped? You know, stop them? I mean, it will be edited, so couldn't they have stepped in and done something about it? The producers?
I don't know. I mean, they probably could have, but I think afterwards they let us know the deal, like right after all the drama went down.
Well, let me ask this. So you said that you guys had mentioned this in judging that it was edited. So who brought it to the judge's attention first? Was it Marvin or was it someone else? And then give us some dirt. Like, what happened?
Well, I know when Marvin went up, they were just like, he was like really mad because he got low score, and they were like, you got to step your game up. And he was like, look, I'm not going to degrade people just to get a high score. Like, that's not what I do. And he just broke down. He was like, a lot of us had to do like really crazy stuff, and we don't feel like that was right. It's not a good outlook on any of us. It doesn't make Tyra look good. It doesn't make us look good. And everybody kind of just went on like a protesting, like, look, I know I didn't want it to be aired like me.
And so what did the judges say? What was their response? What did they say?
They were just like, you're going to get put in situations in this industry, and you have to be able to go with the flow at all times.
But you also need to stay true to who you are as a person.
Yeah.
You can't, there's limitations with that, and you have to respect people's boundaries. And I think it didn't really represent being a fashion correspondent.
Right,
Joan Rivers, she's funny, but she's not going to go to Fashion Week and start taking off her clothes.
Right, exactly. So
well, you know, she makes fun of people, but she doesn't sink to that level.
Yeah.
And it was just low for some of the people and some of the questions they were asking.
Yeah.
And
People understand that Joan Rivers is a comedian, so they know when they're going in to talk to her that she's going to give them a little bit of a bashing, like a little bit of a hard time. But
Yeah.
it's all in fun. But this challenge, I think, was degrading.
I think they edited it well though. What compared to what we did?
Just one last question. What if since Brian Boy is on the panel of the judges, what did he say? How did he defend himself?
What did Brian Boy say? I think he was just like, we've had to do this before, and we've had to degrade ourselves, and blah, blah, blah. Just pretty much trying to stand up for the whole situation, and we were like,
Okay.
come on, man, we know the deal. You've never taken your clothes off on Hollywood Boulevard while interviewing somebody, like.
Yeah, especially Hollywood Boulevard. That's where they have the Oscars,
Exactly.
red carpet, and you're not going to see Ryan Seacrest doing that.
Exactly.
So, yeah, okay, that was a good point. I'm glad you brought that up, that you
Yeah.
defended yourself in the panel. So, of course, Jeremy wins the challenge because he did whatever Perez Hilton wanted him to do.
Yeah.
And he gets to pick a girl to get to share the prize with, and he picks Jordan, of course. And they go to the grill and enjoy some steak and have their own little one-on-one talk. I actually like the grill. It's a good restaurant.
It is
You guys
actually, yeah.
should check it out there if you're listening.
Shameless plug.
Looking for somewhere to go in Hollywood, go to the grill.
Yeah.
Hollywood and Highland. But so yeah, we see that they're like sort of bonding, and of course then she starts talking about her boyfriend. So they're bonding as friends, I guess you could say. And
Yeah.
Jeremy is wishing for it to be more. So then you guys get to go over to Culver City near all the studios. Well, Sony Studios is in Culver City for sure. So they talk about, that's where they film a lot of the commercials. This is where our challenge is going to be today. And they bring in an actor from the Groundlings, Jeremy Rowley. He's there to like help you guys out. Was it fun working with Jeremy?
Yeah, man. The funny thing is, a couple weeks before we started filming, I went to a couple shows at the Groundlings, and they're hilarious over there. So to actually see him, like to meet him, was really cool. I was like, man, I was just over there. He was really funny. He gave good tips. Like, I think improv acting is really hard, so he really gave us some good tips. It was dope.
well, we definitely saw your excitement come out in your character when you were playing.
I just let
I think
loose.
by all, that was my favorite. It was just so, it was natural, funny, and it just fit the character. The other people were a little bit too, they were holding back a little bit too much, and but I think you and Chris were my favorite.
And Corey. Of course, Corey.
He's a natural.
So we should actually explain. So the challenge was that the male models had to dress up like women, and the female models had to dress up like men and be couples. And of course, they get to choose their partners instead of the show choosing the partners for them. So since Phil won, actually Jordan won that best photo, so she picked first. She chooses Jeremy. So Jeremy chose Jordan, and Jordan is choosing Jeremy. So there's a
well,
mutual...
no one else wants her. Who is she gonna pick?
Yeah.
Oh, good one, Emma. Oh my goodness. So then, Phil picks Gianna, Nina picks Chris, Don picks Kanani, and Marvin picks Renee, and Corey picks Alexandra. So what drew you to Kanani, and why did you want to work with her?
I mean, we were just kind of cool. We kicked it on the show. She's from Chicago. I was born in Chicago, so we kind of hit it off on understanding level. And then I don't know. I didn't really like any other girls. I would have maybe picked Gianna, but I think she'd already got picked. So I was like, whatever.
He's like, I'm not going there. I'm not touching that one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna touch it. So you
There
said
will
you
be
don't
beat down after.
you don't like them as far as what?
Like I would prefer not to kiss them. It would probably just been weird. I felt like I had more chemistry with Kanani. She's funny. She's more lively. So I was like, whatever. I think we could hit this one off good.
Okay.
And you guys have been paired. You guys were paired for the last.
Yeah, we did the trailer park shoot together as well.
Which was amazing.
With Jeremy, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
Jeremy
Yeah.
was with us.
Yeah. That was a good shoot. I like that one.
I like that one. Yeah, it was good.
I thought you guys had a really good shot. I thought there was even a couple of other shots in there that were even better. But
There were, yeah.
Yeah. Yes, can we talk about that? Can we talk about how the photos that they say this is your best shot are not always the best
no.
shot, and it's manipulated a little bit, I think.
Well, yeah, that drove us crazy, but they would say, I guess, since there's a few of us all in the picture, they have to try to pick all of our best looks and put it all together, because I'd be like, I know that's not my best look. Like, I hit some strong poses in that trailer park shoot, and then the one time I changed it up is the one picture they used, and I'm like, okay. But they're like, well, you did that, but Jeremy looked good in that picture, or
But they
Kanani
said he looked
good.
horrible.
Yeah, I know, but I guess in that one they said they loved how I looked, but they didn't like how Jeremy looked, and a few of them liked how Kanani looked.
Well, maybe you were just stronger throughout the whole shoot than Jeremy, and so they had to pick like Jeremy's like one of the few that were strong.
Yeah.
But that is
Yeah.
frustrating when there's so many in the same shot.
Yeah.
Definitely. I thought Kanani had better photos, and the one sideways was not her best. And I was like, what are you guys doing? Because she was my favorite from that contest.
Yeah.
And she had one where she was holding the flag and she was facing forward. I was like,
Yeah.
why
That
didn't
was
you guys pick any of those?
So much more flattering of her.
Yeah. Did they show like some behind the scenes pictures, like other shots? I didn't get to see.
No other still shots, but they showed a video of you guys shooting and
Oh, okay,
changing your
yeah.
poses with the camera clicks. So
Yeah, there were some other good ones.
yeah, that's what I thought too. What do you think,
Definitely.
Bamm? What do you think?
Well, because I'm not a model and I'm not a judge, so maybe there's things that they see that we don't see because
Yeah.
we don't have that expertise. So, and it is a 20th cycle, so I mean, who not to trust but Tyra? She has a reason for why the photos are chose. So it's kind of one of those things where
Yes, but
you
is her
know.
reason? Is it the best, or is it the reason of we can pick apart this one and judge it this way?
Well, it's still reality
Yeah.
TV. They need some drama, right?
Yeah.
I know. What if we all had absolute great pictures every week? Everybody looked their best.
I'm just excited.
There wouldn't be any show.
Might be kind of
I'm
boring.
excited to see a photo shoot where each person gets to shoot alone. So maybe that's coming up next week. There was a little tease for what's coming up. I hope
They
that
didn't show our shoots next week, huh?
Yeah, it was like
I thought I saw the trailer of.
It was more so drama
at a farm.
at the
Yes.
farm.
Oh yeah, that was our challenge.
Okay. Ooh, to be seen. So, everybody has to work together as a guy being a girl and a girl being a guy. And
In
there's
heels.
Yeah, and the guys get to wear heels this time. Good job.
Listen, I give
Yes.
you guys credit. I had the wedges on and I almost broke my ankle like 5 times.
Was it Chris that almost fell?
Yes. He
Yeah.
almost wiped out when he was just practicing in the heels, but I bet every guy probably had some trouble
No,
getting
I
used
twisted
to
my
it.
ankle for sure.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So,
Well, at least you weren't complaining like Nina.
oh.
Nah.
Oh. Oh, Nina. So the first couple up to shoot, and by the way, I have a question. I know that they show it on TV in a certain order, but is that the order that you actually do the shots in, or do they sometimes change it? Of like who shot first, who was up next, who was up next?
I think they probably changed it a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, for drama.
Yeah.
How long do the shoots take normally?
Man, our shoot days were like 12, 13, 14 hours.
All day.
All day, man. We'd wake up at like 5 in the morning, get back to the house at like midnight,
Wow.
wake up the next day 5. It was crazy.
Ooh, 5.
Yeah. I was like,
TV schedule, man. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So Corey did a good job because he had actually been a drag queen before.
yeah, man, it wasn't fair.
And so he had that experience of being, very feminine, shall we
Yeah.
say. And actually, Jeremy Raleigh gave you guys some good advice. Imagine there's an invisible string pulling you up,
Yeah.
which I remember from ballet, side note. Anyway, yes, it's a good way to feel more feminine. And he tells the women to, have a wider stance and, tense their muscles up, which,
Some people took that literally.
Yeah.
Too serious.
too seriously.
Nina walking around I'm like, what are you
Oh my
doing?
So, the judges were saying that Alex never really got comfortable being a guy. Well, but she is with Corey, so that was kind of intimidating. But, yeah, it looked like she was a little timid.
Yeah.
Did you feel that way?
Yeah, the whole day she was kind of nervous. Like, she didn't really know what she was doing. She looked like real stressed about it, so.
She was feeling, worried the whole
Yeah,
time?
like she didn't have confidence, the whole day, I don't think.
Oh. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, she definitely faded into the background. Corey was just taking over the whole thing.
Yeah.
Do you think that sometimes because the shoot is so long that the longer you have to wait, maybe your nerves or you get tired?
Oh, man, yeah. There was a lot of times where I was, because they give you the orders ahead of time, and like the days where I'd be like last or like almost last, I'm like, oh, you gotta wait all day.
And they put the makeup on you in the morning, huh?
They put the makeup on in the morning, like you're hungry, and then you don't want to eat because like they have us with our shirts off and stuff. So I'm like, man, I gotta make sure my stomach's right. I don't want to. So you're hungry, and then you're dead. So it definitely, like, the order you go in definitely makes a difference for sure.
What makes a difference also here is the fact that we have to tell them about iTunes, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Definitely, guys. So if you guys want to go ahead and log on to YouTube, iTunes, rate, comment. We want to hear your comments. Give us 5 stars. We definitely want to be back. And comment. You know, we always read your comments, and we'll discuss it over here with the panel. And we also have a great movie.
Yeah, we do. It's a movie called Adventures of Serial Buddies that is now out on DVD, and you guys can go to www.serialbuddies.com. It stars Maria Menounos here of AfterBuzz TV, along with Henry Winkler, Christopher Lloyd, and Kathy Lee Gifford. So you guys make sure that you guys go and download or purchase the DVD for Serial Buddies at serialbuddies.com.
$4.99 to rent and $1 more to buy.
Might as well buy it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And you can watch it as much as you want.
Yes, really hilarious.
So, but I agree with you on that. Like, just from my experience also, like, when you do a photo shoot, you'd rather have it earlier in the day if you can. I mean, sometimes the photo shoots are multiple looks if it's a catalog and you shoot all day anyway. But if it's a show like what you're doing and you have these challenges, to have it in the morning, you definitely have the advantage. You have more energy. You don't have to worry about being, like, a little bit bulky anywhere after eating. You know.
Also, like, with production as well, like, the photographers, like, the longer the day goes on, the more frustrated they get. They're ready to rush. Like, my elevator shot, I went last, and I was kind of getting rushed through it. Like, I almost went home off my picture, too, but, like, it was rough. Like, the longer you wait, like, everybody's irritated, so I really like getting in quick, and people will steal your poses if you don't go first. And like, you'll have some good poses, and you'll be like, oh, they see you like practicing, and then they'll use your pose. So
Did that happen to you on the show?
oh, a few times.
Who took it?
Jeremy took a couple of my poses.
Oh,
Chris took a pose.
oh, Chris, he is dramatic.
When you were on the brink of being sent home,
Oh yeah.
it's for us watching it. It's a huge, like, dramatic build up. You know,
Yeah.
they watch a screen and it's
Yeah.
Like, what does that feel like? Or does it freak you out? Like, how was
Man,
that
I
whole
almost went into a
experience?
panic attack. I was like, because you're sitting there, it's like cold in there, you're like shaking, and you're looking, and you're like, I'm like, man, I do not want to go home. Well, I would have been like the first or the second to go home. Like, man, my mom gonna kill me.
Yeah, that would be embarrassing to go
Like,
into it and
all my
go home
boys
right
would
away.
kill me. And then Clea, like, to go home to Clea, like, she didn't even want to be there. Like,
Really?
all she was worried about was her hair, she said. So,
Well, at
that'd've
least she
been
got some
stressful.
hair.
I'd have been highly upset. And then I felt like my picture wasn't the worst, so I didn't feel like I deserved to be in the bottom two. So it was stressful, man. I was nervous. It was real. That was not acting.
And it does, your picture does depend on the other people in it. I know we've talked about that a little bit already, but, you know, shooting with another model can really make a difference.
Yeah, yeah.
So you were wise to pick Kanani again. I think she's very talented.
Yeah, she's a solid go-to.
Good. Yay. Kanani, we're fans of
Was
yours
there
out there.
any other romance going on in the house that we didn't really get to see on screen? Except Jeremy and his.
Jeremy, Chris and Nina.
So
They
Chris
showed
and,
Mike and Bianca hook up.
oh yeah.
They aren't showing. I mean, Marvin was on a lot of the girls, but they're not showing a lot of it. So he's getting
Oh.
saved, but he was trying to be in every girl's bed.
Oh, Starvin' Marvin.
I was trying to put him on, man.
How successful was his attempt to the bed hopping? Can you tell?
Not successful. He was getting shut down.
Okay.
My guy got shut down a lot.
Well, you don't want to be the one girl that says yes and that whole house of girls saying no. Then
Yeah.
you're like, have to be embarrassed the whole rest of the time that you were the one.
Yeah.
I actually wanted to see a fight this episode, and it didn't happen. I really thought, because of the whole phone situation.
You thought Renee was going to punch Jordan?
Oh yeah.
I love what she said. You better not touch me. I was like, oh, really? That's gonna stop her?
Were there any fights or confrontations that, you know, almost came to blows?
There were a few. The first episode when Chris threw the bottle at Phil, like they were face to face. I don't want to give too much away because there's some good stuff coming still. But
Okay, yeah, don't spoil it.
yeah, there's some stuff to come.
Okay.
Some,
Okay.
The more it goes on, the more stressful everybody gets, the more tension rises, and
I just love how the tension shifts from one person to another, from one week to the next. You know, last week was Chris, the whole situation with him, or was it the week before with Mike?
last week was Chris and Mike, I think.
This week is Jordan. I'm like, okay, who's it gonna be next week?
Yeah, Chris and Mike were about to go at it.
Oh, yeah. And it seems like, from Mike's point of view, we talked to him earlier this week, and he was saying Chris was the instigator. So he said if everyone's having a problem with that one person, it's probably just that one person.
Exactly, yeah.
So were you having problems with Chris?
I would sit back and just watch everybody go at it, man. I wasn't getting involved in the drama.
I noticed.
Jordan did piss me off because I wanted to talk to some people, so they didn't show me, but I snapped on her, I think, that last episode. I had to try to put her in check a little bit, but they didn't show it. They let just her and Renee go at it on the show. But,
okay.
Yeah, I sat back. I didn't really get involved with too much drama because I already knew what Chris had a plan, and I was like, I'm not going to feed into this.
A plan? What was his plan?
I mean, it just seemed like he was constantly looking for attention. Like,
okay.
Every day he was trying to start something with someone.
Like, he did not necessarily go into it for the modeling, but more for the TV time.
I mean, maybe he went in for the modeling, but maybe he realized, like, only way I'm going to get this now is if I keep doing drama, because obviously he wasn't that entertaining other than that.
Oh, okay. So, speaking of Chris, he shot with Nina. They were the Hollywood couple. And this commercial had a script, and you all had to pretty much say the same lines.
Yeah.
The script was pretty funny, I thought.
Please be gentle.
Yeah. Ooh, you are sexy. Be gentle.
Be gentle.
What was up with Marvin and putting his whole tongue on the poor girl's face?
Licking Renee's face.
Oh my God.
Because he doesn't really know what he's doing, I guess, with the kissing.
Well,
A little aggressive.
This guy.
Little aggressive.
has he ever been with a girl?
Yeah, this guy has a little bit of game, man. I've seen him off the show with some girls, and I don't know what he was doing with that lick. That was just,
It was like a puppy dog.
I don't know, man. I had to sit this guy down and give him a talk, but that wasn't good.
You guys are friends now, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And so does he live in LA?
Yeah, he lives in LA now.
Okay.
So did everyone kind of stay local in LA, or did some people move back?
Everyone else is still on the East Coast except for Jeremy and Mike. They're from out here, and then Marvin, he's from the Bronx, but he stayed out here after the show. And then
Okay.
everyone else is still back home.
Okay, so Renee, though, she did a good job. She was like, sup. Like, she
Yeah.
really was being more masculine in that. But I wonder if she was a little freaked out that he picked her, because he did pick her. So maybe she was just trying to embrace it the best she knew how with Marvin.
I think by that point, Marvin had tried to get every girl except Renee. So he was like, now.
He's like, I'm just going to pick Renee because she turned me down before. So.
He's like, I got the kiss before the actual contest, so I'm going for the lick.
Yeah, they were on a good roll with that first kiss, and then.
Yeah, that was a more respectful kiss. So Phil and Gianna, of course, they already have that sexual tension, and then they're the
and
couple.
the tongue.
Yes, they had the.
Just add to it.
What did you think about that, Bamm?
Girlfriend who? We should say girlfriend who?
Yeah.
The tongue.
Zoe, who? Who's
Exactly.
that? Forgot about her. Forgot about Zoe.
Man, I don't even, like, it's funny because the relationship, I think he was only with her for like 2 months before the show, and it was like a long distance relationship.
What?
So I don't even know how serious of a relationship it really even was.
He
That's-
talked
He
about
talked
her.
about it like it was, but he broke it down as like, dude, that's not even really a relationship.
Do you think that he throws the girlfriend thing at him to let her know that, listen, this is really only hookup purposes, so once this show's over, it's a wrap. We're not getting together.
Could have been, yeah. Could be.
Oh.
Or it could be that, what you can't have or makes you want to have it more.
Maybe, yeah.
So for the girl, it might have been like, oh,
like,
okay.
I'm going to try to steal him from his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, that was a moment when they shot their commercial.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was hot.
He was
They felt
good.
it.
He was good.
was funny.
He was a really good girl.
I thought it was interesting that they didn't have any of the guys shave.
I know.
They're like, look, just keep your beards.
That's what I was worried about. I thought they was gonna have us shave our beard, and me and him were like, "No, man, we don't want to lose our beards."
yeah, it's part of your look. It's very important in modeling, you know.
No, I hate being without my beard.
But you would probably do it if someone wanted to. Like,
I've done it. I would have did it. I think he would have been a lot more stressed about it, but
it seems like yours wouldn't take as long to grow back.
yeah, mine comes back in like 3 days, 2-3 days.
Okay, so
5
it would
o'clock
have been
shadow.
back for the next challenge.
Yeah.
But his would have taken longer.
Yeah.
He might have cried. Johnny even says he was a bearded Barbie.
Well, imagine him with the long hair with no beard. It would probably be really weird.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I do like the weave though. It really changed his face.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I hated it. Yeah.
I like
You
it
hated
straight.
it.
I don't like it messy how he has it. I like it straight when
Yeah.
they did the iron
Like the
and
first day.
Did you see him in the jacuzzi with the
Yes.
braids? He
Yes.
braided it at the house. Does he do that to like make it wavy the next day?
This kid did not take care of that hair at all. I swear.
He's just like, I don't know what to do. Can you
He
braid it
didn't
for
know
me?
what to do with it. He's like, what do I do with this? Like, it was bad.
Tie it
no.
up.
He's
Put it in a ponytail.
He's a guy. He doesn't know how to take
Yeah,
care
we don't
of
know how to
weave.
take care of a weave.
Well, he has an on-set girlfriend technically, so I'm sure she wouldn't mind helping.
Oh.
Good point.
Oh, yeah.
She should have took care of that weave for him.
So, let's see. So let's talk more about you shooting with Kanani. So you were the cheerleader guy
Yes.
slash girl. And so where did you go to high school? Did you go to high school in Chicago?
No, I went to high school in Minnesota.
Oh.
I was born in Chicago, raised in Minnesota.
Okay, so did your school have a lot of sports?
Yeah, I was the captain of my basketball team.
Really?
Yeah, I played basketball.
So you must have interacted with a lot of cheerleaders. Did you ever date a cheerleader?
Actually, man, the sad part is they took our cheerleaders away after like
Budget cuts?
the year or two, because what happened was we had like a traveling team, and we went out to like a different state for a tournament, and some of the guys were like hooking up with cheerleaders, and the school found out, and so they're like, no more cheerleaders for the basketball team.
It was only for football?
Yeah, so they cut our cheerleaders.
Yeah, I saw you got really sad about that. Like,
Well, yeah, who doesn't want
"Man."
cheerleaders? It makes you go harder. You see girls cheering for you, you're like, yeah.
Yes,
So.
it's true though. They do bring a lot to the game.
Yeah, so
So did you ever date a cheerleader yourself?
I don't think I did date any cheerleaders, nah.
But you must have been inspired from your school. Like you must have seen them around. So you were like bringing that.
But I mean, I watched Bring It On a lot. Don't judge me, but I used to watch Bring It On. So
I do
knew
like
about
that
the
movie.
cheerleader game.
I think that's a really fun movie.
Yeah.
Every time it's on TV, I'm like, oh, bring it on.
So I know about the cheerleaders.
Yeah. Okay. So that was like inspiring to you when you
Yeah.
put that outfit on. Were you happy to be like the sporty couple? Was that like a good assignment for you? Did you feel comfortable with it?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
I knew about sports. I honestly didn't want to do it in general. I didn't care what it was, cheerleader, businesswoman. I didn't want to do it, but
But you're like, at least it's sporty,
At
and I
least
have my
it's sports,
tattoos, and it
yeah.
goes together.
they gave me
Okay.
like the big blonde wig. And,
But you did get into it.
oh yeah, I had to own my character, man. I'm an actor, so
You are an actor.
yeah, I act.
Ooh.
Too. I try to do everything entertainment-wise: act, model, music. Trying to start a business, the whole nine. So I've done
Ooh.
some acting before the America's Next Top Model.
And what business? You said you're trying to start a business. What would you start?
Well, I'm working on an entertainment company right now. Like, I don't know, I've been out here for like 7 years. I feel like I know the ins and outs of the industry. So I'm trying to start like an entertainment company, have like photographers, videographers, maybe like some editing team.
Wow. So kind of like a one-stop
Yeah,
shop
yeah.
for anyone that wants to create content.
Yeah. It's so hard to like get help, so I figure I might as well try to help people out when I can.
Oh, that's smart to put it all together.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh.
Busy man. So I also, I've been following you on Twitter, and I know you're coming out with your music. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, before Top Model, I was actually pushing music more than modeling. So I kind of put it to the side when I went on the show. But I had a single actually that hit some commercials. It was in like Big Brother. It was on a few other shows, and they played it on Top Model.
They did?
Yeah, they actually played it the first couple episodes.
Oh,
Okay,
wow.
I'm gonna have to go back and look at it again.
And then
so
I
can
put
hear.
a single out on iTunes called Real, and they actually promoted the cover on it on Top Model as well.
That's right, the shot of you rapping like up on stage.
Yep. So last month I've been working on some new music when I came back, and a couple of days ago I just put out a mixtape, all original music. Got a couple good features on there.
What's the mixtape called?
The mixtape is actually called High Fashion. I try to bring the modeling
Wow.
aspect into
Nice.
the music world. Got a couple songs talking about fashion and whatnot.
Do you have any designers interested in using your music for fashion shows?
Not yet. I'm working on it. That'd be pretty cool though.
Yeah, for Fashion Week coming up next week in New
Yeah.
York.
Are you going to be having any performances anywhere our viewers can go, maybe see you perform?
I'm working on some right now. I'm actually walking in a fashion show in New York next week, Emerge Fashion Show. I might try to have them play my music. I'm like, yo,
You
just
should.
play this, man. Come on, I'll walk to it.
That would be hot.
My single off the mixtape is called High Fashion, so it goes hand in hand.
Yes, that would make sense. Come on, Emerge.
Yeah, come on.
Use that music.
Let's do it.
So, getting back to the show, they get to the judging, and they have the top photo is Corey, which is not much of a surprise.
Yeah.
He has the experience, although since he did have all that experience, there was a lot stacked up against him, and he could have failed
Yeah.
if he got
could've
nervous
flopped.
about it.
I think I did better than him, but hey. Who am I to
I
speak?
thought you did a good job. I think it was
Yes.
more of a challenge for you, personally.
I felt like he played it safe. He was just like real subtle, like in like I don't know. I felt like he played it safe. He didn't like really. It wasn't entertaining to me personally.
Yeah, he could have done more with it and actually gone more over the top. But
Yeah.
then it could have become a drag show. So I think he was trying to keep it more realistic.
Yeah, I'm probably just hating right now. I wanted that win.
Oh, but Corey is a good model.
No, he's really. Oh, Corey's a really good model. Yeah.
I think he does a very good job on all the challenges. And
Yeah.
He's evolving. You guys are all evolving. It's so exciting to see you from week to week. What
Yeah,
happens.
no, for sure. It's definitely.
What I want to know is from the last episode, how did you feel with the spinning discs?
Oh, the spinning fashion show.
I thought it was dope. I was kind of scared because I was like, I don't want to be the one to fall, like get dizzy and trip. But I thought it was cool. I was worried more about the girls because everything they do, you guys have to do in heels. So it's like walking down a building in heels.
At least you didn't have to dress up like a
Yeah.
girl for that fashion show.
I'm surprised we didn't. Everything else we do.
Yeah.
I want to just, before we get back to the whole the judging, when you guys did the opening episode, when you guys were on the top of the building,
Yeah.
my heart just watching it.
Oh.
My heart just literally thumped. Like, please tell me that was fake and you guys were on the green screen.
No.
That was really real, huh?
And it was raining.
Raining, man. Like when we went up and we were getting ready, like you could just look out the window and see like everybody look like ants. And I'm trying to like
my
talk
God.
myself through it, like it's not that bad. We'll be harnessed, like nothing bad could happen. But when you get on the edge and you like stand and you look over, and you're like, oh my God, and you just have to like let your body go, like completely like just drop. And it's
I'm
like-
getting nervous just listening to it. Yeah.
And at that point, you're
man.
not really modeling. You're being a stunt man.
Yeah, no.
That's what I was thinking. Like, what is this stunt modeling?
Well, we've
that-
been talking about that a lot, that some of
Yeah.
the things that we see, the challenges we see you guys doing, it doesn't feel like modeling. It's more of
Can they do it?
Entertainment.
Yeah, like
let's just give them the hardest challenge
Yeah.
and see what they,
to see if they-
how they react to it. So how do you feel about that? Going into it, you thought you were going to be
Yeah, I
modeling
mean,
and, doing still shots, and they're having you do like all these adventures.
I didn't
How
know
do
I was
you-
going on Fear Factor. No, I mean, I wanted to come in and get actual experience to model. I wanted somebody to tell me like, this is how you walk. This is how you learn new poses, or like when you're shooting, like tips. Like there was none of that. The challenges were just, I don't know. It didn't really seem like it had a lot to do with modeling. It was more just put you out there and let you do your thing. So
yeah, let's get a bunch of people that want to model and see what they can put up with.
which I guess can help you in ways, because it's like you have to just be prepared to go with anything, which can
That's
help you in the
true.
world as well. But coming into it, I was thinking it was strictly modeling, so that's what I prepared myself for mentally.
Was
Yeah.
there ever any moments where you guys got to have any one-on-one time, or do you feel like in this experience that you were able to get tips outside of not just when you're on shoot and you're there and the camera's there and they tell you to look a certain way, but was there any moments where there was like sit-down conversations where you get to talk and they give you any kind of advice?
Nah, not really, man. They didn't really have much. Like at panel, a few times I would actually ask Tyra and Rob, like, look, can you give me some tips while I'm here with y'all, since you're never really at our shoots, because I need something. They're telling us like, you guys are making the same face. It's like, okay, well, give us a tip on different faces to make. Don't just tell us we're making the same face and then send us back to do a shoot. So I made sure to ask at panel like Tyra and Rob, and they gave good tips when I asked them, but there was nobody like that would sit down one-on-one with us like during the house, like, okay, this is what you're gonna do.
Yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't like back when they had like Miss J who would show you how to
Right.
walk a runway. It's all different now.
That's what I was gonna say. Tyra was more involved
Yeah.
before than she is now, and it's just, I don't know how I feel about that. And you know, with the new edition, having the fans vote for you as well, how do you feel about that? Because sometimes you could have a favorite, you know, person that the fans like, but they're not necessarily a model status.
I liked having the fans because I went in with a nice little social media, so I was like, hey, if this helps me get through a little further, let's do it. But a lot of the other people were probably scared. Like, they were hating. They were like, man, Don already has so many followers. He has like 10,000. I got like 100. I'm like, step your game up, bruh.
Well, I'm sure that helped them, and we saw some comments from the viewers. You know, making comments. So how did they send the footages in? Do they just, the fans send it in and they just pick which one they're going to play that week?
I'm not sure how that worked, honestly. Like, we didn't see anything that went on. Like, we would literally sit in a little room. They would bring us to where we, you know, it's like we were secluded from the world with no phones, no internet, no TV, no nothing. We didn't get to see all the comments people were making. Like, they'd keep us on a bus with the blinds down, like.
So the time that you guys weren't shooting in the house, what were you guys doing aside from sleeping?
Like, we'd do our shoot days, and then we'd have our challenge days, and then we'd have like the reality days where it's just us around the house for them to get all the extra footage. So they just let us be free around the house if everybody wants to argue or swim or whatever.
I was just gonna ask you, for, you know, before you came into the competition, you said you were like thinking it was gonna be more just modeling. Who inspires you as a model? Like, are there any like male models that you aspire to be like?
I mean, definitely like the Tyson Bedfords. I knew Rob before I did the show. Like, he's dope. Honestly, like, I wasn't too big and like I didn't follow the fashion world like that before I went on the show. Like, I did modeling for like, you know what I'm saying, like streetwear and whatnot, but I never really did it seriously per se.
Okay.
So. And
I have to ask you, are your eyes really green for real? They look real in here.
God.
They look real in here. But
No,
It
they're
matches
real.
his hair. Can't you tell?
no, I
They're
know.
blonde.
I see, now sitting here, I know that they're real, but I had to say that because
Yeah, no
I know people
context.
wonder that watching TV, you know.
Yeah.
So would that be from your dad or your mom?
I don't know. My dad has brown eyes, so definitely not him. Maybe my mom's side, like the Native American or something.
Okay, okay. And
But you
I
know, it
think-
looks a little yellowish from this
It has, like,
side.
a yellow tint?
Yeah.
It could be the
The
reflector.
hair.
though.
It's the reflection.
reflection of the microphone. And also, I know there's a lot of ladies that are listening right now, and they want to know if you're single.
They want to know if I'm single?
Yes.
The big
That's
question.
the big question everywhere I go.
I know, but they want to know.
I mean, at the end of the day, I like being around women. You know, I'm not going to say if I'm single or if I'm taken, but
Oh.
I do love
He's definitely
being
not
in the
Phil.
company of a beautiful woman. I'm not
Okay.
gonna, you know,
So he's not single and he's not taken. He's exploring his
I'm exploring my
options.
options.
Okay. I'll take that answer for now. We shall see. We shall see what happens, ladies. That's all I could get out of him for now. But we get to the judging panel, and just to wrap things up, so we found out that Corey wins. Kanani got second place. She had a 10 from Tyra, a 10 from Rob, and a 10 from Kelly.
She got all 10s.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you got 3 9s.
3 9s.
Woo!
Exciting.
That's cool, yeah. I was happy with it.
I'm like, how did you not win with 3 9s? That doesn't make sense.
I could at least got 1 10.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
Maybe they were trying to give a win to Corey.
How
I
did
don't
you
know.
feel about the? Do you want to continue going down the list and then we'll get to the bottom two?
Oh, yeah. So I just wrote down, Dawn got 3rd place. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I'll take 3rd.
Yeah. So I didn't actually go down the whole list, but, of course, at the end, it's Gianna and Alexandra standing in front of Tyra.
Yeah.
Gianna is crying. She thinks she's going home. She really wants to be a model. You could tell she really wants to be there. Alexandra's just kind of standing there like in a daze.
Yeah.
But in the end, Alexandra is eliminated. So did you feel like it was her time to go?
I don't know. I think Gianna did better that shoot than Alex, but
I think so too.
I was kind of more friends with Alex rather than Gianna, so
Okay.
I would have rather seen Gianna go.
Is there anyone else that got saved that you think should have been on the bottom 2 or should have been eliminated instead of Alex?
I didn't like Jeremy and Jordan's at all. I thought it was horrible, really.
It was a little silly.
I will say that with the new judging, how they give the numbers, sometimes I wonder.
It's confusing.
It's not only is it confusing, but like sometimes one gives a 10, one gives a 6 or 8, and it's like, what the hell are the
Yeah.
criteria for what you're judging? Because I don't see how Jordan, whatever.
No, I feel you. I felt the same way.
Oh, but I like Jordan.
That was terrible. I thought.
I mean, she's a
I
good
didn't
model.
like her.
But she didn't really do a good job on this challenge. I see what you're saying. She wasn't
No.
as manly.
she should her markings. I don't feel like her markings should have been as high as they were.
Yeah, Rob gave her a 10.
Yeah, no, I think she did horrible. It
She just wasn't
gothic
ready to
at
be
all.
goth or manly.
It wasn't goth. She said, she was like, what did she say? She said, I don't know any Mexicans, so I don't know goth. What are you talking
Mexicans?
about?
Did she say that?
Yeah, she
Yes.
said that. She's like, I don't know any Mexican. There's not really Mexican people where I live, so I don't know goth. I was
Oh
like,
my God, Jordan, what was that comment?
what are you talking about?
I did not. I guess
She definitely needs to be
that went over my
cultured.
head.
She should have stayed in LA. Don't go back home. You need some experience over here, the real world.
Yeah,
Or
but-
New York. Or New York.
Yeah, I didn't get the point system.
I don't get the point system with how the whole social media aspect is involved and how many
That's
people
what I'm
how many
saying.
people are involved and do you have to be a part of CW? Like I don't particularly.
I
So
feel
what,
like it,
they made you like sign up or something? I don't know how it
Well,
worked exactly.
and the
well, we
other thing
can't
is-
sign up anymore, or we can't
Like
vote
when the
because
when the voting was going on, I don't know how it exactly worked.
How long are you guys doing the actual shoot, the reality shoot for this? How long were you guys in production?
The actual filming.
Yeah.
I think it was like 2 months, two and a half months.
And so, I mean, are you literally, is it like 1 week, it's photos, like week 1, the challenge, the photo shoot, and then the rest of the days you're just doing
Like the
something else?
It's
Pretty
not a
much it
whole
was
week,
like-
is it?
It was like, well, it was pretty much like more like 3 days. Like 3-4 days was 1 week. So we would do like we wake up one day, do the shoot, wake up, do the challenge, and have like reality day, and then the next day start it
Reality
again.
day.
Yeah, like
I like
reality-
that
yeah.
term. Reality day.
So it was like a week was like 3 days usually.
Okay. Well, where can everyone find you online? Do you have your own website?
I have my own website. It's IamDonBenjamin.com. I'm on Twitter and Instagram both. It's Don Benjamin, ITS in front of Don Benjamin.
Okay.
And you have a fan site too, Don Benjamin Fans, right?
I don't run that. I don't know.
Oh, so that's not you.
Nah.
he's like, I'm following the wrong person.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a few fan sites out there, man. They actually help me get my numbers up, so I appreciate it.
Okay.
Can we get into predictions for
Ooh.
next week?
Ooh. Predictions.
And now,
Predictions.
your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Spooky.
So, all right, it is a little spooky in here. No, I'm just kidding. So, I feel like Marvin and Renee have kind of been in the middle lately. And also, Gianna was pretty low score this week. So, I don't know. There's a toss-up for me. I don't know who's going home next, but Jeremy, to me, seems like he's more of like a fitness model, but not necessarily like high fashion. So, it depends
Yeah.
on what the challenge is next week. So, Jeremy could be in trouble. What do you think?
I'm going to do an overall prediction. I honestly think that the competition, the top 2 or top 3, is really going to come down to 2 guys. And I think that one of the guys, I think it's going to come between Donna and Marvin. Is what
Really? Marvin. Okay.
Interesting. We shall see. I agree with you. I think Jeremy is going to be in the bottom 2 next week. I just don't feel. I think he's coasting along. You know.
Now he's a good-looking guy.
He is.
But I don't know that he has like necessarily a high fashion look.
But I mean, he's eager to learn, and he wants advice, and I've seen a slight improvement, but I'm not really sure if that's going to be enough.
This might sound harsh, but you can't really change your look based on the advice. I mean, you can change your poses.
That hair is only getting worse.
I mean,
no, they
tell me how you really feel,
help
Don.
his hair out. They help the hair.
Yeah,
they work with them.
Yeah, but yeah, I think you're right that Don and Marvin are very strong, but I think Jordan is in there too. And as people, I know they have different opinions on her personality, but she's my favorite female model.
I think she's top 4 easily. Or top 3, you know, but...
All right, Bamm, can you tell everybody where they can find you on the internet?
Sure, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Bamm Ericsen, and you can also find me on Big 6 Entertainment.
And Emma, where can everyone find you?
You guys find me on Twitter and Instagram at RealEmmaK.
And you guys can find me, Amanda Fields, on Twitter and Instagram at The Runway Queen. Thank you so much, Don, for being here. It was a pleasure.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
It's fun.
All right, guys, see you next time.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.